find our T80s and all sorts of stuff on there. Oh yeah! Full. Yes, I did catch it. Evening all, I'm Mark, or Sherman. This is the Thin Brown Line YouTube channel. Welcome back if you've been here before, and hello, welcome, wrong way, still got a chance if you've not been here before. I'm back with a review of something new that I managed to pick up, remarkably cheap. It was off one of these breakers yards, and I've been after one of these for a while, but I started saving up for one, and then I happened to spot this one whilst perusing, and it was about a third the price that it should have been. Needless to say, I went and bought it. You can sort of see it there. It's rather large. That's the magazine. Ignore the scope that you're about to see on it as well, but it's too long to fit in the screen, but it's the Galaxy, I think it's the G31 Barrett 50 cal sniper rifle. Now, off the breakers yard, it was sent, sorry, it was sent, well, yes, of course it was sent because I bought it, but it said that the barrel wouldn't lock in place. It turns out all that was wrong with it is on the back end of the of the outer barrel, which is metal, right where the hop unit is, there was a little plastic lug, about yay wide, that had actually snapped off, so the barrel wouldn't lock in this end. However, there's a grub screw that drops into a little indent in the barrel. You tighten that up, and the barrel doesn't move. So yeah, pretty much nothing wrong with it. Say hello to my little friend. I have chronoed it. I've got to order a new spring because it only chronos at 430 FPS out of the box. Although out of the box that is pretty skirmishable. Yeah, I've chucked that cheap, shitty, crappy little scope on it, literally just to see how accurate it was, because I don't have a scope for it, and this thing it at least gives me a point of aim. As you can see, it's rather large. In fact, I'm going to measure it. I've not measured this, oddly. Let's stick it across there. Yeah, it is stupidly long. It's a 1:1 scale, so it's the same sort of size. Well, it is the same size as a wheel one. Let's have a look. It's, oh, there we go. From end of the muzzle brake to the butt, or well, the back of the butt, it is 140 centimetres, or 55 inches, or 4'7". That's bigger than some people, some adults. But I will be playing with this tomorrow, which is why I've just given it a quick spray up, and like I say, it's got that daft little scope on it, just because, like I say, it's just giving me a point of aim. Hopefully one of my mates who's coming along tomorrow has got a spare scope that I can pinch off him. Now, I do need to get the proper bipod for it as well. Now, the breakdown of this is very, very simple. There are, he says, try not to knock the wall out. There is a pin there, and there is a body pin there. All you do with this, you pull out the back body pin, he says. They are quite tight. One. And the butt pad is supposed to pop out like so. And then you pull out the middle body pin, like so. This whole section, I'm having trouble. This whole section does slide, he says. There's a split here. That top section just slides off the top there. And then you can access So what? I'm going to take the barrel out so I can actually do stuff. The barrel's dead simple to take out. It's just normally it's the grub screw out from just in front of the bipod mount. And then what you're supposed to do, like I say, because mine hasn't got it, but just twist the barrel and then you can pull it all the way out like so. Right, now I've got a bit more room. Now this has got some flicks in it. This is fairly simple. It takes an AEG style spring. It's really simple to switch the springs out. This sort of pyramid shaped block here, just beyond the orange plot, you slide that forwards. It says slide that forwards and up, and out comes the recoil spring. Well, I think it's a recoil spring. It's the doobry that gives you bolts of tension when there's nothing happening. Spring guide, and basically a recoil spring guide as well. There's a whole block. Now obviously I'm not doing a great deal with this because I've already had it in bits and had a look at it. So while I get this, because I've not given it a proper going over with me silicone spray. And obviously I don't know how long it's been sat in a warehouse going broken sugar. There we go. Where are we? And yes, I'm giving it a nice liberal coat. Like I say, I don't know how long it's been sat there. So, and needing to make sure it is good. Come off and go. So, pop all that back in. But yes, if and when you upgrade one of these, it is basically just an AEG spring. I think what's in it at the moment is an M150. And like I say, out of the box, it chronos at 430 on 0.2s, which, like I say, out of the box, it is pretty damn decent FPS. And of course I've covered everything in grease, so... Oh, there we go. Beautiful. And yes, I would suggest larger, not smaller players, not... By all means, if you want to buy one. But I would suggest smaller players not going for the Barrett 50 cal, because it is quite... I would hazard to say hard, but it's quite a pull on it, and it's quite a heavy rifle as well. I mean, it's not light by any stretch of the imagination. With me, hold on. Yeah, it's certainly a heavy rifle, and well, it's very long as well. I mean, very long. That's it properly. And as you can see, well, as I've measured, it's over 4 feet long. Admittedly, 90% of the body is polymer. All of this top is polymer. Needless to say, the rails are polymer. The stock, the pistol grip, the mag well, the trigger, the trigger guard, the lower receiver, the actual bolt lever, all of that, is polymer. It's a sturdy polymer, but polymer. Yeah, but polymer at the end of the day. So it's not as strong as metal, but the entire barrel, with the exception of the muzzle brake, is metal. So it does actually give it some weight. But when I got it and I did some reading up on it and whatnot, I actually thought that the metal barrel would give it, or would rather make it, a little front heavy. Doesn't. It is fairly well balanced. I mean, a lot of the weight is towards the back, which is good. I mean, it's got a nice thick rubber buttstock. I mean, all of that is rubber, and it does come off. It does come off, he says. But it's quite thick rubber butt pad, which does add a little bit of weight to it. Like I say, the body pins are metal as well, and they. I have seen a couple of tutorials and unboxings where they've said they've dropped out. I wouldn't worry too much about it, because, like I say, these are very tight. It's even tighter the fact I've given it a quick spray. Now this will be getting a better spray after tomorrow being Sunday, and I'm taking this airsoft ink, but it was just because it came bright red. And I'm talking letterbox bright red. And as it's supposed to be a sniper rifle, the idea is to be a little bit stealthy. With a gun long enough that you can stand in your spawn and pretty much jab the enemy in the eye from the in their spawn. But I wanted it. It's pretty. Plus it fits in with my sort of style and reputation around my local site, which is idiot big and showy and flashy and takes the proverbial. Those of you that have played with me know what I'm like. I stand out a little bit. A lot. Incredible. I wear a brown beret to every game, so I stand out a little bit. But yes. Sounds good too. Like I say, it chronos at 4:30 on 0.2s. Naturally, I'm going to be running 0.4s in it. But yeah, I mean, the build quality is bloody good. It's got the mag releases like your MP5s, your G36s, your AKs style. Now I know this mag's got nothing in it, but you miss. You slide it into the front and then rock it back and it clicks. And then obviously to release it, push forward on that. Now, if you're trying to take the mag out whilst holding it, you do need quite big oofs. Otherwise you might struggle to grab the whole mag. But luckily, I've got quite large hands, so I can grab the whole mag. But it's fairly easy just to, now obviously I'm left-handed, but just with your trigger finger, push the mag release and then rock the mag out. My shine's just falling down. Apparently we haven't even got an imagination anymore. Dearie me.
Can't get the staff.
That'd be right. Right, anyway, let's put this back together. Like I say, with the barrel when holy moly, with the barrel when it's got the little lug. In fact, let me see if I can find the point on here. As I bring it forwards, just there at the end of the screwdriver, there was supposed to be a little lug. That's obviously snapped off, probably in transit, or quite possibly the person who bought it has tried to force it, snapped it off. But normally it has one, and that's what locks the barrel in. At the moment, all I've got to lock the barrel in is the grub screw. But the grub screw is strong enough to hold the barrel in place, so I'm not worried. And I say I can pick it up with the barrel and it don't fall out. But yeah, it's I'm sure it's a G1. I'll put links in the description of the places that I know sell it. But like I say, I got this at basically a third of the price, so it was a bargain. A few people have said that the Galaxy Barrett is not particularly good so far. I mean, I've had it since Thursday, so I've had a good play. And I've been doing a bit of plinking in the back garden, shooting down tin cans and stuff like that, and I've not had any issues. It shoots arrow straight, and I've got a 85, 90 foot range, and it shoots arrow straight all the way up that with no issue. And I get high winds here because I'm at one of the highest points in Nottinghamshire. So yeah, it shoots arrow straight. Like I say, I've been using 0.4, so the weight helps naturally. And yes, I am putting the silly scope back on. But yeah, if you want a Barrett 50 cal, I mean, you've got this one and the Snow Wolf one, I think. I don't know many more Barretts that are available out there. But like I say, it's just one of them. And like I say, it was supposed to be, if I got it with the scope and the bipod, from the particular place that I got this from with the breakage yard, it would have been $169.99 then delivery on top. This didn't even cost the $69.99 with the delivery on top, and that's because it was broken. But then again, any of you who've watched this channel before and watched my L85 breakage yard video, that one was apparently broken as well, and all that was wrong with that was a blown fuse, pretty much. So when you do buy from these breakage yards, just be wary, because I've been lucky. I mean, I should probably play the lottery more, but I've been lucky where I've not ended up with crud, basically. I mean, I bought one many moons ago when I was just starting out. I've mentioned it a few times. I bought a Galaxy M200 sniper rifle. That was just knackered. So you'll see parts of it, in fact that's where that scope's from, parts of it have appeared in other guns that I've built, like the SAWTF, the barrel is on that. The scope is on this, which I actually whipped off of the SA80M, so it was on that. The monopod is on something else. The power system inside is actually in the SAWTF as well, which will be switched out obviously because that's just broken. But yeah, that's about the only one that's turned up that was actually crap. Everything else that I bought from them has been really good. So yeah, well, game day tomorrow. We'll be getting as much footage as we can. What else is there? I've got a couple more bits and bobs coming up. I've got a rather well-known pistol review coming up. Not my personal favourite, well, my personal preference pistol, but I'll be doing a review on one anyway, because A, you've got an S off YouTube channel. It's one of the things alongside M4s that you really do end up reviewing. But yes, if you like what you see, you can get me on Instagram, obviously on YouTube. I'm on Facebook as well. YouTube, obviously, if you're here and you're watching this, you know it's Thin Brown Line. On Instagram, it's @ThinBrownLine. On Facebook, it is Thin Brown Line. All the links will be in the description below. But if you like what you see, like, subscribe, share with your friends, and hit the bell button so you get notified when I'm releasing another video. I think that's about it for now. So for now, thanks for watching.